Terrifying beast charged, aliens panicked, human just made himself look big. The jungles of Ratha IV were alive with sound, distant thunder, shrieking fauna, and the rustle of unseen predators in the black canopy. To the alien recruits of the Galactic Concorde's Exploration Corps, it was the most hostile place they had ever set foot on. To the human on the team, it just felt like camping. Arrival. Sergeant Hale pushed through the tangled brush, machete flashing in the green light. Behind him trailed 3 alien specialists. Crixer, a chitan-plated Vayari biologist whose wings trembled with every noise. Toru, a gelatinous Lutheri medic who left a faint trail of slime. Vess, a young Eleri scout with brilliant blue feathers and the nerves of a fledgling. Their mission was simple: survey the local ecosystem, record samples, and avoid dying. Simple, of course, until the jungle started screaming. The sound. It began as a distant, throaty roar. Then branches cracked, trees toppled, and the ground shook. Movement massive. Crixer hissed, his compound eyes reflecting the light of Hale's lantern. Predator class, unknown size, but heavy. Quadruped, most likely. Armor? Hale asked. Thick. Too thick. No weaponry we have would pierce it. Vess trembled, feathers puffing. We must retreat. Hale looked over his shoulder. And go where? You saw what the map said, 10 clicks of swamp in every direction. No time. We stand. Crixer's mandibles clicked nervously. Stand. Against that. Yep. Hale checked the charge on his rifle. And if that fails, Plan B. Plan B? Make myself look big. The aliens blinked, collectively trying to decide whether he was joking. He wasn't. The charge. The undergrowth exploded. A creature the size of a cargo hauler thundered from the trees, 6 legs, tusks like plasma lances, hide thick with bone plates. Its eyes glowed molten red. Crixer shrieked and dove for cover. Toru oozed behind a boulder. Vess tried to fly but slammed into a branch, flapping helplessly. Hale stood his ground. He raised his arms wide, shoulders squared, legs braced. He shouted, not a word, not a command, just a sound. A primal, guttural yell that echoed through the jungle. The beast skidded, massive claws tearing the soil. Its head jerked up, nostrils flaring. For a heartbeat, the galaxy held its breath. The standoff. The monster bellowed again, lower this time, uncertain. It swayed its head, sniffing. Hale didn't blink. Didn't flinch. He took 1 step forward, still shouting, making himself seem larger, louder, more dangerous than he was. The aliens watched from cover, eyes wide in disbelief. His challenging it, Crixer whispered. His, mimicking a territorial display. Insanity, Toru murmured. Absolute insanity. But it worked. The beast hesitated, then huffed, shaking its tusked head. Slowly, it backed away into the trees, tail whipping once before vanishing into the dark. Silence returned, broken only by Hale's heavy breathing. The aftermath. The aliens emerged cautiously. Crixer approached first, trembling. You scared it away. Guess so, Hale said, wiping sweat from his forehead. Vess fluttered down beside him. What was that sound? Some kind of weaponized sonic burst. Hale laughed. Nah. Just yelling. Yelling? Yeah. Sometimes animals get spooked if you act confident, makes them think you're too much trouble to fight. Worked on Earth bears, apparently works on alien rhino beasts too. Crixer's antennae twitched. You stood before a Class 8 predator and attempted to bluff it. Hale shrugged. Worked, didn't it? The panic and the calm. Back at camp, the aliens were still shaking. Crixer's claws clicked uncontrollably as he replayed the footage. I must log this, he muttered. It violates every survival protocol. Not for humans, Vess said softly. He didn't look afraid. Oh, I was terrified, Hale said, tossing a branch into the fire. Just didn't let it know. Toru's gelatinous body rippled in confusion. You experienced fear, yet acted? That's how it works. Courage ain't the absence of fear, it's pushing through it anyway. The aliens stared. None of them spoke. The report. Days later, their survey finished, the team returned to the orbital station. The footage of Hale's display spread like wildfire. Galactic analysts debated endlessly. Was it instinct? Training? Madness? The official report called it human adaptive intimidation behavior. Unofficially, soldiers began calling it the Deathworld stare. It became required study for all xenobiologists. Notes from the analysis included: observation, human subject displayed dominance display without physical augmentation. Result, apex predator disengaged despite superior mass. Conclusion, humans may possess psychological deterrence beyond biological rationale. Recommend caution in confrontations. The follow-up. A month later, another mixed exploration team landed on a similar Deathworld. This time, the lead was an Ileri captain. When a native predator charged, the aliens panicked again. But this time, one of them, a young Lutheri cadet, stood tall and spread his translucent limbs wide. He didn't have a human's roar, but he imitated one anyway, his voice warbling awkwardly through gelatinous folds. The predator paused. Looked. Then backed off. The cadet trembled but lived. Just made myself look big, he said shakily. The story spread. The lesson. Across the galaxy, species began studying human behavior not for their technology, but for their strange psychology, the instinct to confront, to endure, to stare down monsters twice their size and dare them to blink first. Even the elders of the Kareth warrior caste, long proud of their own ferocity, began to whisper. Humans frighten predators. Not by teeth, not by claws, but by refusing to run. Epilogue. The next encounter. Years later, Sergeant Hale retired from service. He lived quietly on Lunar Station, teaching recruits wilderness survival. Every new cadet asked the same question. Was it true? You faced down a Raton tusk beast with nothing but a yell? Hale would grin. True enough. Weren't you afraid? Of course I was. But fear's just part of the dance. Animals feel it too. The trick is not letting it lead. He'd glance out the viewport toward the distant green of Ratha IV and chuckle. Sometimes, he'd say, you don't need weapons or armor. Sometimes all you need is to stand tall, look 'em in the eye, and remind the universe you're not prey. And somewhere, deep in the jungles of Ratha IV, the tusk beast still roamed, avoiding the clearing where one strange creature once stood its ground, unarmed and unyielding. Because even a monster knows when to respect the truly terrifying thing in the galaxy. The human.